Hello everyone, I'm Barbara McRae and welcome to Littleton Common. So far so good. The spring and summer haven't been too bad. A couple of hot days, a couple of cool days, and some really perfect days. I hope you're all taking advantage of every day and not missing any of the celebration activities in Littleton over the next months. The Light Department had their open house in June, and Millie McGovern and I tried the bucket ride. Too fun. You can see forever up there. And if you missed it, then watch for the next activity they have planned and more from the fire department. Thank you, Savus, and your team for a good time. I'm still looking for volunteers to oil the furniture at the townhouse courtyard. There must be someone looking for community service or tack work-off time. Of course, we need a few sunny days so the furniture will dry correctly. So watch the weather report and call us at 540-2470 and we will put you to work. Don't let Bill Duran's power washing go to waste, please. While I am begging for volunteers, and that's exactly what I'm doing, I want to mention that the Council on Aging and the Friends of the Council on Aging boards are looking for members. Let's talk about that. One thing I have noticed is when it comes to joining a board, it's anything other than the senior board that gets volunteers. Sorry, but here we go again. The seniors are always last. I guess Council on Aging board does not look as glamorous as, say, the Planning Board, the Conservation Board, any other board, and even a very boring board. Sure, they all plan town lifestyles, but we plan that too. COA sounds too old for you to consider, but think about it. No matter what age you are, you've had a mom, a dad, or grandma, grandpa. Most of us would do anything for all the above, except join an organization that could help the well-being of most senior citizens. It is so hard to get volunteers interested in sitting on a board they think is just too old and for old people. But the COA board could decide what is good for the future seniors, like you one day. We need people who work well together, have young ideas, and work towards them. Too many times I have met that person who says, I don't need anything from the Council on Aging, especially to be associated with seniors. Well, I don't care if you don't need it. Why don't you help those who do? You weren't in school when you joined the PTSA, but you wanted to help your kids and others to have a good education. Why not help your parent or friend to have a good senior life? Don't let our seniors in Littleton be last on the list. Volunteer to help with our programs. Sit on our boards. No matter what your age, we need your energy. Right now, let's head to the senior diner and Gail Dalton. Hi Gail, what do you have for us this month?
Hello, Barbara. Now, for the month of July, it's very busy because the COA is doing every week. It's cookout month, okay? And in our little broadcaster right here that everyone should be getting and reading has everything that's happening. Also, the month of July is our sign up again for our senior property tax work-off, and it starts July 9th through July 20th. There are no exceptions. You have to sign up in those dates, okay? And everybody who has done it pretty much knows what they have to do. You got to go upstairs to the COA, and they'll have people there help you sign in. But also for the COA meals that they're doing on the Thursdays, it's right in here in the broadcast, everything that they're doing. So I'll tell everybody so everybody knows. July 4th, we're closed. That's July 4th, Independence Day. But on the 5th, we're doing hamburgers, cookout hamburgers. And on July 12th, we're going to be doing kielbasa, and on the 19th will be chicken, and on Monday, July 23rd, instead of Thursday, but on that Monday, it's all hot dog, because our senior director, she's very crafty. She gets online and Googles all these things, and she found out that on that day, it's National Hot Dog Day, and I think it's National Baked Bean Day, so they'll be having a nice cookout down here, okay, on that Monday. As I said, July 4th, we're off, but on the July birthday lunch will be on Wednesday the 11th. The ladies' breakfast will be on that Thursday, the 12th, and the men's breakfast will be Wednesday, the 18th. So once again, the birthday, the COA provides the cake, Minuteman pays for your meal, so please come on in and celebrate. And it's a very busy month, so I hope to see everybody here.
Take advantage of our diner. It has air conditioning, folks. Janice Nowicki, our director for the Council on Aging, is a very busy lady. She has been working on grants to upgrade our senior programs. One, by getting a wellness coordinator for ages 50 and up. She has also planned many new activities to encourage seniors to come to our center. Why don't you make her feel the work she is doing is all worthwhile and humor her by coming down to see what might interest you or even make suggestions. Maybe you'll enjoy what she is doing. Let's see what Janice has this month on her list of tricks. Hi, Janice.
Thanks, Barbara. Hi, everyone. I hope you're enjoying your summer. It's been a beautiful summer so far. We have lots of fun things going on here at the Senior Center and in the Town Hall, so I hope you join us. I'm going to highlight a few of them. The first thing I would like to do is to caution folks, though, about the warm weather and the humid weather, to make sure that you're drinking enough fluids. Also to remind you the fact that if you need to, there's when we have extreme hot weather, that the police station is open as a cooling station. On those other days, feel free to come on down to the Senior Center. We have nice air conditioning and popsicles, and you can come play a game of pool, game of ping pong. We can put some movies on and be comfortable inside. So please remember that this summer. And also just a reminder as well too, to check on your neighbors and make sure that they're doing okay. And if you see that they might be having some difficulties, please feel free to call our office and let us know so that we can check on them and make sure that everybody's doing okay. One of the things that I really wanted to kind of focus on this month is starting the new fiscal year. We've made some changes to the transportation program that we're hoping will make it more efficient and more uniform and work for everybody. I just want to draw your attention to the broadcaster that comes out every month. They're mailed to some of the homes in town, and they're also available at different locations like Donlands and different places around town, the churches and whatever. So if you don't receive this newsletter and would like to, just call our office and we'll get you on our list to receive that. We received a very generous donation, so we're able to mail it to folks in town. So we're very, very thankful and grateful to that couple that made that wonderful donation. But anyways, this is your senior broadcaster, and it's packed full of information, little tidbits of things of what's going on. And we have to have this in so early the previous month that a lot of things don't end up going in here that we have going on. So you need to watch the bulletin boards around here, and we'll try to get them posted onto the cable as well. I want to first point out the transportation changes that we've made that I was speaking about. When you're requesting a ride, we're asking you to call in to the main office between 12 and 4 p.m. Monday through Friday. We're trying to kind of streamline this process so that we're not taking calls all day long, so that we can get these trips scheduled the best way possible. So we need you to call in. We do need a 48-hour notice for rides. That is essential in planning our trips. The exception to that is medical. We know that things come up, and if you call your doctor that morning and they want to see you, you call us and we will get you there. All right? With that being said, I know some folks have standing trips every week for non-medical things. It could mean you're going to be bumped. Medical comes first, and then we will fit you into the schedule either later in the day or later in the week if you have a hairdresser or need to go shopping or whatever. But medical is our prime focus. We service our seniors as well as folks with disabilities. So if you're disabled in town, call us too. We are here to provide this service for you, so I want to make sure that you're aware of that. The other program that the sign-ups are going to be July 9th through the 20th is the Senior Tax Work-Off Program. Again, the sign-ups July 9th through July 20th, and it's going to be from 9 to noon or 1 to 4. Come in during those times, those 2 weeks, and sign up. If you're not familiar with the Tax Work Program, it's a program in town, a wonderful program that the town offers that you can do some work and you get a credit to your tax bill. So if you own a home, it's a nice way, if you're 60 and over, to be able to get that little bit of a tax relief. So if you would like more information, call or come in one of those days. George Sanders is the one that oversees that program, so feel free to speak to him about that. So wanted you aware of that. So then some of the other activities that are going on through the month of July. On Thursday, July 5th, we're going to continue with our 4th of July celebration and have our own cookout here in the courtyard. We're going to have just hamburgers and potato salad and all kinds of good things. The cost is $3, but you do need to make your reservation, please, by July 2nd so that we have enough food. Again, for that one, we would ask that you call the meal site directly for making your reservations for meals. Any of the meals that you're calling in for, whether they be our special Thursday lunch or this cookout, you need to call the 978-540-2474. All right, so that's going to be a lot of fun, so come continue the celebration. On Tuesday, July 10th at noon, we're going to have Teddy Bear Picnic Day. And inviting all you grandparents out there to bring your grandchildren in on that day. Bring in your teddy bears. We're going to have peanut butter and jelly sandwiches on the patio out on the courtyard. There won't be any cost to you, but again, we need to know by the 6th of July if you're going to come, so that we have enough food. For that, for reservations for that particular program, you need to call our main number, 978-540-2470, because it has nothing to do with the lunch program. On Wednesday, July 11th, I'm going to be celebrating all day long, so if you'd like to come and join me, it will be my 1-year anniversary coming here to Littleton to work. And I wanted to take this opportunity to really thank the folks in this community who have made me feel so welcome and so much a part of the community. I have an incredible board that I work with, the town administration, the town departments, right down the line to my staff that I work with on a daily basis. You're an incredible group of people, and I really want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for making me feel so welcome and loving this job so much. That we kind of have what I consider a little sad announcement is that George Sanders is stepping down as our Council on Aging Board Chairperson. I have had the extreme pleasure this past year of working with George very, very closely. And he's become a mentor, a friend. He's professional, but yet he's caring and kind. And I just really want to thank him for his years of service to the town and specifically to the Council on Aging. I cannot tell you how much he does behind the scenes that people are not aware of, and that he has just made my life much easier and much more enjoyable. So we wish him well. He's going to stay on the board for a bit, but just moving on to doing some other adventure things. On Wednesday, July 18th at 1:45 in the afternoon, I'm going to be serving iced tea down on the courtyard as well. I would like to invite anybody to come in. If you have any thoughts of programs, things that you would like to see going on here, we are now the Littleton's Elder in Human Services. That human service part means that we're trying to reach out to the community as a whole and address whatever needs you might have. So take that opportunity, kind of casual, lay back, come on in, have a glass of iced tea, and let's chat and see what you would like to see going on here. We have a kind of a neat program on Thursday, July 19th at 10:30. It's fun things to do this summer. So come out and join us for that. Thursday nights, that third Thursday program that's being run in town is going to be on July 19th. We have a table down on the Common. Again, it's a wonderful community event. The one in June was absolutely sweltering hot and miserably hot, but the turnout was great and the community spirit was just beyond words. Come on down, meet some of the local folks, come say hi to me and Tina and Pam and whoever else is around, and be part of the community. It's a great, great event. And also, as part of that, I'd really like to say that I think Kate and the whole Parks and Rec department have done a phenomenal job coordinating and overseeing that program. It's been an incredible amount of work, I'm sure, and on top of camp and everything else they have going on. Again, it's like I found in all the departments in this town. Everybody goes above and beyond. It's an amazing thing. The last week in July, we usually have our Thursday, our special lunch. Instead of having it on the 26th of July, it will be actually on the 23rd, Monday, the July 23rd. It's National Hot Dog Day. So we're going to have hot dogs. We're going to cook them out on the grill. We're also going to have, it's National Baked Bean Month. So we're going to have baked beans, and it's also National Vanilla Ice Cream Day. So I'm sure Mark will be joining us on that day for this yummy food that we're going to be having. Cost is $3. We also are going to have some hot dog trivia. So brush up on your hot dog facts. Call in, again, you'd call into the meal site to reserve, 978-540-2474. And again, please stay cool this summer, drink your water, come in, join our programs, and stay safe. Thank you.
Thank you, Janice, for what you're doing. Tina Mader's Living Alone group will meet on July 19th from 10:30 to 11:30 in room 230. The speaker will be Beth Anderson, Marketing Manager from Caring Companions of Concord. The topic is Fun Things to Do This Summer. So call Tina at 540-2472. Did you go to the third Thursday celebration on the Common in June? After all the advertising and talk, I was surprised to see how many people didn't know about it. So let's try again. This event was planned for the third Thursdays in June, July, and August. At least 37 businesses and organizations signed up to be on the Common to show or sell their wares. DJ Chris Webb was there with his music, and bands are lining up to play for the second and third events. The time is 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Kathy and husband Selectman Joe Knox thought this would be a way to bring our town together and start the first of many events that will help celebrate our 300th anniversary. Mark Crory was there with his cameras ready to capture video for historical use. And Kirby Dolak taped some of you enjoying the evening. I was there to ask what you liked about Littleton, or what memories you had to share about our town. Now we'll be there next time, so watch for us and don't be shy. So meet us on July 19th for the next, shall I say, party. A big hand to Park and Rec for helping to plan and coordinate this event. And while I'm speaking of Park and Rec, here are Aaron and Chris to let us know what else they are planning for your family's enjoyment this summer.
Thank you, Barbara. This is Chris and Aaron here from Parks and Recreation, here to tell you about all our activities and classes coming up in July and then into the rest of the summer. So to start, Aaron's going to tell you a little bit what's going on at the beach this summer.
So at Long Lake, we have a lot of things going on. We have swim lessons, which are for kids that are entering preschool all the way up until like age 14. We have levels preschool through level 5, like level 6. We also have a junior guard program, which is for kids entering 7th, 8th, and 9th grade. We have sailing camp and sailing lessons. If you're interested in sailing camp, definitely sign up soon because they are almost all filled.
Filling up.
We also have Sailing Merit Badge, which is for Boy Scouts, and it gives them a chance to get a new patch. Also at the beach, you need a beach sticker to park. For that, the resident is $55. For a non-resident, it's $135, and for a senior citizen, it's $30, and you have to be 60 years or older.
60 years young, right?
Young, yes, young. And we also have boat rentals at the beach, and the prices are listed at the Snack Shack, and that's where you can go to rent a boat.
Great. And just a note to everyone that if you're going to come in and grab a beach pass from us, either at the office or down at the Snack Shack, definitely bring your car registration so we can get your license plate number off there. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about what we have coming up for fitness classes. Popular this summer, especially on a day like today where it's nice and hot, is the Aquasize, which will be at Long Lake for 6 weeks on Tuesdays from 6:30 to 7:30 a.m. That is $30 for senior citizens, $60 is the regular fee per person. We also have Flat Abs with Pilates coming up. That's on Wednesdays for seven days, 7 Wednesdays in a row, from 6:45 to 7:45, and that'll be held right here in the multipurpose room at Town Hall. That's $84 for a resident, $87 for a non-resident. As for another thing in the morning is the Sunrise Boot Camp. That's on Thursdays, 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. So you could do Aquasize Tuesday, Flat Abs on Wednesday, Sunrise Boot Camp on Thursday, if you're feeling energetic. That is at the Russell Street football field, and that is $80 for a resident per session. We also have a boot camp coming up, taught by our instructor who does the Sunrise Boot Camp, and that is for boys and girls who are looking to get in shape for sports in the fall. That'll be for ages 10 to 14, and times and dates for that are available on our website, www.littletonrec.com, or you can call us for any information on any of these programs, 978-540-2490. Also coming up is the Couch to 5K program, a great program that gets you out of the house and running in a couple weeks, and that will be 8 Thursdays. So in the class you'll learn how to, tips about running, hydrating, eating right, and then in your off time you'll be given an assignment for how much to run. And the idea is that in 8 weeks you'll be able to run a 5K, which is great, 3.1 miles. And that'll be from 7 to 8 a.m., $80 for a resident. We also have a huge amount of kids adventure programs, too many to list here. So if you want, you can go online to, again, www.littletonrec.com and check out our full listing of kids adventure programs, which we now allow for registration either through our website or active.com. Now on to kids programs. We have a lot this week. Camp Tehadawon and track are both still available for registration. They're both wide open still. Track is quickly approaching filled, so make sure to get in and register for that quickly. Camp Tehadawon, of course, is starting June 25th, so we're gonna get in as soon as possible to register for that. And also coming up this summer, brand new is the Third Thursdays events. That'll be on the Common both July 19th and August 16th. The first one is June 21st. There are still spaces available for any local businesses who are interested in signing up for that and showing off their wares. The Third Thursdays are a community event that gives local businesses and organizations a chance to showcase what they do for the community. The events will be from 5 to 7 on those 2 days, like I said, July 19th and August 16th. And very last thing for you is the movie at the beach this summer, which will be Thursday, July 19th at Long Lake from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. You get to come out, sit on the beach, bring a lawn chair, enjoy a movie, enjoy your community, and we will be watching The Smurfs. And so that's all. Like I said, need any more information, contact us at 978-540-2490 or at www.littletonrec.com. Thank you.
There's lots to do, and thank you. Another place to go if you love music is Indian Hill Music Center. Evan Theovalakis has few things you might want to hear about. Hello, Evan Thea.
Thank you, Barbara. Well, I hope everyone is enjoying their summer and also enjoying some music. And over here at Indian Hill Music, the big event for July is Seussical Junior. It's our summer musical theater production with our young students, and that will be Friday, July 20th, Saturday, July 21st, and Sunday, July 22nd. There are shows at 7 p.m. on Friday and Saturday and at 2 p.m. on the Sunday. Seussical Junior is a magical music extravaganza featuring all of our favorite Dr. Seuss characters, from Horton the Elephant to Cat in the Hat. So come on down to see Seussical Junior. Friday, July 20th, Saturday, July 21st, or Sunday, July 22nd. All tickets are $10, and you can find out more at 486-9524 or online at indianhillmusic.org. It's going to be a great show. And if you've ever thought about taking piano lessons or drum lessons or pulling out that old trumpet or maybe voice lessons, this is the time this summer. Come down. It's a flexible schedule, and we'll set you up with a teacher for a few lessons this summer. So check out our summer music programs online or give us a call at 486-9524 to find out more. So we'll see you soon.
Thank you, Evan Thea. If you haven't been to any of Indian Hill's programs, you are missing out on another Littleton gem. Last month, I was fortunate to have Kim Todd from the Boston branch Dress for Success on my show. Dress for Success is a volunteer organization that is there to help women who are job seeking and don't have enough money to buy the perfect outfit for that most important interview. Cindy Philippe, our library administrative assistant, asked me to do a program about Dressing for Success for the job-seeking program that she hosts each month. Well, I have been called the fashion Nazi by a dear friend, but I did have fun with this group and hope it was entertaining and informative for them. I thought I would give you a little of what I told them so that if you had any questions about what to wear to an interview, you might find it right here. Of course, this is my chance to tout the wonderful merchandise in the Friends Thrift Shop at the same time. So first of all, I hope you have a mirror. A full length is best, but that goes for any outfit anytime you get dressed. Here are some of the ideas I got from speaking to different people in a variety of jobs. That first impression is important. Remember, there are two candidates. This is a competition, and the one dressed appropriately could get the job. You want people to take you seriously. Modernize your outfit. Don't look out of date, or they will think your work is out of date too. Keep it simple, pressed and neat. Cover your tattoos, especially if an older person is interviewing. No large bows or barrettes, and no pieces of jewelry that jingle. Wear subtle makeup. No cleavage or low cut or form-fitting tops. No shorts, and skirts should not be too short. And no fluorescent colors. Remember, we are talking about your interview. You might be feeling, hey, if they don't like the way I dress, tattoos or cleavage, too bad. But how badly do you want to get the job? Use good job etiquette for the interview. Go easy on the fragrances. And men should wear a sport coat. Now, your shirts should not have gaps between the buttons, meaning they're a little too tight. Tie or no tie, golf shirt or button down. It depends on the particular job you're seeking. If you have a chance, look at the people going to that workplace and follow suit. Try to get one good outfit. Macy's, Thrift Shop, Kmart, or Neiman Marcus, but look like today's business-savvy person. Check your newspapers because there are a lot of articles lately on dressing for interviews, and there must be a reason. If you're looking for a job and want more good advice, why don't you join the library's Job Seekers group? They meet every Thursday from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. in the Cooper Room at the Reuben Hoare Library. The Littleton Country Gardeners are looking for new members, or if you feel you cannot join the club and attend the meetings, then you might want to join the Friends of the Garden Club. The Friends help with the planting or caring for the plants when needed. Do you need community service? Well, here's where we can help you. Please contact Susan Cummings at sustev@comcast.net. The Littleton Senior Citizens Club is celebrating its 40th year. An anniversary lunch was held at the Westford Grill, and there were 40 guests attending. New officers for the coming year are Mildred Curtin, President, Teresa Blaney, Vice President, Elena Ruggio, Treasurer, and Dottie Ruiz, Secretary. Anyone over 60 is invited to join the club. The next meeting will be held in September 16th, and that's when they begin the new year. Remember, the town offices will be closed on July 4th to celebrate Independence Day, and I hope you celebrate in a special way with your family and friends. This month, I am happy to have Senator Jamie Eldridge as my guest. Let's catch up on what is happening at the State House and what concerns us. Stay with us for Senator Eldridge. Every so often, I think it's important to invite our representatives from the State House here on this show so that we can be updated on the latest issues which may affect our town. Today, I am pleased to have Senator Jamie Eldridge as my guest. And thank you for taking the time to come here today.
Thanks, Barbara. Thanks so much for having me. It's always great to be here.
Well, one of the things that we've been looking at is that the Senate has approved a $32.3 billion budget, and that's for FY 2013. And we'd like to know, how will that impact Littleton in terms of local aid for the schools and the infrastructure?
Sure. Yeah, we passed the Senate budget last week, so it took place over 3 days, and it's a process where I get calls from municipal officials, from human services providers, councils on aging for increasing, funding in all those areas, and that's the kind of funding that will make a difference in Littleton as well. So, despite the fact that we're still coming out of the recession and revenues are pretty flat, we were able to get some increases. So the Chapter 70 funding, which is education funding, we got an increase in that, so that'll help. The lottery aid has been increasing, so that's for municipal services, including here at the town building. And then on the Council on Aging, we did increase the funding for councils on aging, the amount of money per senior citizen in every town in the Commonwealth.
Oh.
Yep, and then we did also provide level funding for the Meals on Wheels program, which I know also is provided here in Littleton.
Yeah.
So we did do that. In terms of the sort of human services issues like home care services, it was just level funding. So there's a backlog, including of senior citizens that are looking for more home care needs. But unfortunately, because of the revenue situation, we weren't able to increase that.
Oh, that's a shame. Well,
Yeah.
you know that I volunteer for the seniors, and
Yes.
so I'm always interested in knowing, what's going to happen to their purses or their wallets, and
Right.
since I are one,
Yes.
I'm especially interested, and it just, wonder often where the money goes for the seniors, because we do, since I've been volunteering for them, I often feel that we're put kind of on the back burner. And now it may not be true because you're working with all this and you know what's happening, but when we're sitting here, it's like, what are we getting that's going to help us? Because,
Sure.
and I do appreciate what you do.
Yes,
But,
I understand.
But I also, want to make sure that we're not last on that totem pole. I see things happening, and I have grandchildren. I had kids in school. I have grandchildren in school, and I want to make
Yep.
sure that everybody's getting a good education, and I hope that's
Absolutely.
happening.
Yes.
I hope that they're getting good schools and whatever they need. But sometimes I feel as though we need to do a little more for the seniors too. I mean, I don't
Sure.
know how you feel about that or what you see.
Yeah, I mean, all the accounts that I talked about besides the education, that's all money for seniors, whether it's Meals on Wheels, Council on Aging, home care services. So a lot of state revenue does go to that, but I agree there needs to be more done. The Prescription Advantage program, we haven't been able to expand that because of the revenue situation. And certainly trying to provide more home care services to more senior citizens, it's sort of been level funding, so there is a backlog of that. So, but I think you'd really find that a lot of that Senate budget, the state budget in general, does go to serve seniors, and yes, a lot of it also goes to public education.
And it just sometimes feels like we're a little bit in the background.
Sure. And if this makes you feel better, basically every sort of group or advocacy organization sort of says the same thing. Everyone is advocating for dollars, so it is
Right.
difficult. So.
Yeah, I imagine that's true. So, also you signed a law, the Valor Act,
Yes.
which would help veterans.
Yes, yes. We actually had the bill signing yesterday. So I was there, Representative Arciero, Governor Patrick signed the bill. There were, hundreds of legislators. And basically what the bill does is it's sort of adding on to what we already provide right now for veterans who are returning right now mostly from the Iraq and Afghanistan conflicts. Massachusetts, and I'm very proud about this, we have the most generous benefits for veterans in the country.
Good.
So we're number one in the country, so that's good, but there's always more to be done for those that, sacrificed their lives or were willing to, to bear that risk. So the Valor Act has a couple of new programs. It provides a grant program for veterans who are looking to become entrepreneurs to open a business.
Oh.
Because that's one of the biggest challenges we're finding with veterans coming back. Despite the skills they have, still a number of them have trouble, finding work.
Right.
So there's that program. There's also for Gold Star spouses. So for those spouses who lost their husband or wife, overseas, there used to be a cap on the property tax break that they would get. So we removed that cap. So now they can get, an unlimited tax break in order to prevent them from losing their home.
Oh, good.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's important. And then the other piece, which I think is in many ways the most important, is that we want to make sure that veterans were getting credit for the courses that they might be taking overseas.
Oh,
the
good.
courses through the military or maybe where they're serving. So that counts as credit. So when they come back here, if they had to leave and they were in the middle of getting a college degree or an associate's degree, they can have that count as credit and they can graduate with a degree and hopefully get out into the workforce sooner.
Oh, well, that'd be great,
Yes.
That's the other thing that I was as a military wife, so I can
Yes,
really
I remember
appreciate
that. Yep.
all of that and do worry about them too,
Yep.
and I guess they are finding it hard when they come back to find jobs, and I like the idea of the, giving them the degrees and
Yes.
trying to get it. That's good. Okay, so let's go to Littleton and what's happening there here.
Yeah, I'd say everything is happening in Littleton. I mean, I really give great praise to the people here, to the selectmen, to town administrator Keith Bergman. I mean, they've really worked well together to advance a lot of economic development and infrastructure development that I know you had first asked me about. The infrastructure, and probably most people are aware of this, is the Littleton train station is being upgraded.
Okay.
So that's going on right now, as well as the double tracking between Ayer and South Acton. So that'll allow for two rails along the entire Fitchburg commuter rail.
Oh.
And that eventually is going to allow for Littleton to have the same frequency of trains into Boston and Cambridge as exists in South Acton. So that means that, if you're a working mother and you're working in Boston and you have to take a train at 3 o'clock, now that train will go to Littleton and not just South Acton and Fitchburg.
Great.
So that'll take a couple years, but that's going on right now in terms of the construction. And then we're very successful in getting IBM to be located in Littleton, and now there's the Sam Park development right next to it at the old Cisco property. So we're in the process of getting a Mass Works. It's a state grant for infrastructure upgrades to the highway along that property.
Oh.
Yep, because there needs to be probably a traffic light and there needs to be a widening of roads, including that bridge,
Right.
Because of the increased traffic that will come with more development.
So.
Yeah, so that's a start. And then actually this morning I was at a group called the 495 Metro West Partnership, and one of the key areas of economic development for the entire state is actually here in Littleton. So the 495, 110, 119 interchange, that's an area where the state, Governor Patrick has identified that as a key area for economic development.
Oh, well, that's good.
So that's great, but basically to have that economic development, you need that infrastructure. So the train station, road improvements, bridge improvements, and also I think eventually, can there be better van service? And that could be van service for workers, but also for senior citizens who are retired. Trying to improve the local van service that exists here.
Oh, good.
The Council on Aging does a very good job, but is it time to sort of upgrade that and improve sort of our regional transit authority van and bus service?
Well, that would be great
Yes.
around here because, you do
Yep.
feel kind of isolated at times, and
It can be. You want to make sure that, whether it's a senior citizen trying to get to a doctor's appointment or go shopping, or workers, getting off the train and going to IBM or Red Hat in Westford, making sure there's that level of investment.
yeah. Well, as you said, the Council on Aging really does do a good job with the vans that we have.
It
and
does.
For the seniors, that's for sure. I
It
mean,
does.
they are busy and working hard every day, so anything
do.
is needed.
Yeah, not every town has that. So, the Council on Aging does a great job, but I think the question is there a regional solution to providing, van and bus service for the entire area?
Yeah, that'll help them a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, of course, all that economic development, part of that is that's going to, provide more commercial property tax revenue. And hopefully the idea is that will reduce the pressure on homeowners' property taxes, which I know is a burden here in Littleton.
Again, seniors included in that.
Yes,
because they
absolutely.
want to stay here and
Yes.
find that it's hard. I mean, I'm sure Littleton isn't the only place that seniors are finding it hard to stay, but the taxes are high, and
They are.
But yeah, like I said, the seniors are important to me, and of course, and again, the children are too, but the seniors are especially. So I'll always be looking.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And there's one project I forgot to mention is we did the upgrades to the Shattuck Street, the senior housing there.
Oh yeah.
So that's good. But we've had a couple meetings with the senior citizens there because they need more repairs done to those properties. The properties, as nice as they are, the buildings are a little outdated. So we're working with Neshoba Valley Technical High School and the students there who are,
Nice.
many of them are in the trades,
Yeah.
to see if they can have a partnership to do some of the improvements to the affordable housing.
Well, that would be great. I
Yep.
mean, that way you're helping the children and the seniors.
Exactly.
So-
Yeah, it's a great partnership.
And also intergenerational.
That's right.
Yeah.
It'd be great to get some interaction there between the seniors and the students.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Well, is there anything else that we need to know? I feel like we've, covered quite a
I
bit.
think that's about it. I guess I would just say just slightly outside of Littleton's borders, and I said Ayer because the town of Ayer, we're looking to build a parking lot there.
Okay.
And so that'll allow for more, commuter rail traffic that's not just focused on Littleton, but is, just west of us.
Yeah.
We're continuing to support economic development at Devon's. There continue to be companies that come there, and that, hopefully will be more employment opportunities for Littleton residents.
Oh, that's good. So there's a lot going on around us.
There really are. This is a really growing region. The schools are great. The services are terrific. Great partnerships with municipal officials and volunteers like yourself. So I hope to keep that progress going.
Good. And I'll keep talking to you about seniors when I see you and see.
Yes, I know. I always anticipate that.
One of these days, actually, one of these days we'll get the seniors to come out and speak for themselves, because that's also a hard thing to do.
That is key, and I always encourage people,
Yeah.
just like I know you do,
Yep.
call my office about important budget priorities, or when I'm here, be sure to speak out and tell me what's important.
Oh,
So,
yeah, because one of the things I've noticed is that they get to a certain age and I don't know if they're afraid to ask questions, or they just decide, oh, well, I'm too old, I don't care anymore. But I don't want them to be afraid. I want them to speak for themselves and get
Right.
more, because, we're going to live hopefully a long, long time. So
Yeah.
might as well
Living
have
longer
it.
and longer. Yeah.
Might as well have it really special for us.
Yeah.
But
No, that's
but
true.
again, I thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate it when
Yes.
you do.
Yeah.
I
Thank
do.
you so much for having me.
And come back and see us.
I will always. Thanks, Barbara.
And don't forget, you come back and see us too. And don't forget to hug a senior.
This is Susical Jr. It's going to be Horton the Elephant and the Cat in the Hat. And let me start again. Yeah. All right, let me start again. All right, because I don't know what, I don't know what I'm saying. Okay, wait a minute.
We good? Good. All right, great. Now, was that a blooper? No? All right. This is gonna be a blooper.
Doing?
I'm nervous now because she interrupted mid spiel. Anyway,
Because for editing purposes, Barbara. We're all whispering. It was me. Want to do something, it's actually be like, oh, I'm going to leave that in.
Did you know the third Thursday celebration or rather, did you go to the third? Want to do that over? Yeah.
Hi, I'm State Senator Jamie Eldridge, and whenever I'm Littleton, I watch Littleton Community Television.
The 9th annual Appleman Triathlon is coming to Littleton on Sunday morning, July 15th at 8 a.m. This sprint distance charity triathlon, sponsored by the Littleton Rotary Club and many area businesses, includes a half-mile swim, 10-mile bike, and 3-mile run. This year, over 600 triathletes are expected to participate. The Appleman Triathlon is a terrific charity event with athletes of all capabilities participating, and crowds of spectators lining the bike and running routes cheering them on. The 2004 inaugural event attracted over 350 competitors, including Rick and Dick Hoyt, the father-son racing team of Boston Marathon fame. ABC's Good Morning America show covered the race as part of a special feature being produced on the Hoyts. The 2005 to 2011 events each sold out, with over 500 triathletes hitting the start line. The race starts with a GPS-measured half-mile swim in Long Lake. Competitors are grouped by age, weight, and sex, with each group splashing into Long Lake's pristine waters at separate intervals. The 10-mile bike course is next, with fast flats, challenging hills, and exhilarating descents through the rolling countryside of Littleton. The run starts off through the neighborhoods of Littleton, where many residents come out to cheer you on. It then goes off-road onto the infamous Two Brothers Trail. The last half mile is along the shoreline of Long Lake to the beach finish line with its noisy crowds of bell-ringing spectators. Many of the Appleman Triathlon sponsors will have displays and samples available at the Long Lake Town Beach staging area. As with last year, Saturday evening race bag pickup will take place at Long Lake Town Beach from 5 to 7 p.m. on July 14th. If you would like to compete or be part of a team to compete, go to www.firmracing.com. This charitable event counts on volunteers, so if you'd like to participate by not swimming, biking, or running, consider volunteering and seeing the race from the other side of the fence. It just takes a few hours on a Sunday morning, and it's a lot of fun. To volunteer, just send an email to info@applemantriathlon.com. You'll get a free volunteer t-shirt and our gratitude for helping make this a great fundraising event. You can check out the pictures of previous year's races at www.applemantriathlon.com. If you have any questions, contact FIRM, F-I-R-M, or send an email to info@applemantriathlon.com. See you on Sunday morning, July 15th at the 2012 Appleman Triathlon, presented by the Littleton Rotary Club to benefit Littleton area charities.